Hello there and welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today I am finally showing you a new build and finally we are going into the ashlands. Well, more or less. Because I don't know about you, but have you ever looked at the ashlands? They aren't really a pleasant place, nor a nice looking place. Everything wants to kill you and is burning and hot, and it's not really a good place to live. So, where do you actually build your base? Well, if you ask me, you just put it in front of the coast, because that's exactly what I did with this beautiful black marble structure that is my temple base, I guess, academy base. Well, it was inspired by something. Guess I can show you, but I don't know how. If everyone agrees that it's still the same, it's not the same. But if you can at least see the inspiration. We have, of course, the Sith-Academy on Korriban from the lovely game of the Star Wars, the Old Republic. And with that, welcome to the build. We are here at the front, the harbor, at the docks. Yeah, as you can see, there is no real connection, land connection to this place. Because why should there be one? I mean, it's not really nice. And this way, there are less evil critters that can actually get here. There are enough flying and swimming creatures around here in the ashlands, so, you know, every little bit counts. And we have a place for our giant boat. If you drive off into the distance, you will come to, I think, one of my Mistland bases. But that's nothing for now. Now, today we are in the ashlands, or at the coast in front of the ashlands. A dark temple, a dark academy maybe? Yeah, I mean, it's inspired, it's not really the same thing. I mean, if it was, then we would have need for a desert and some giant statues in the distance. Which I do not, and I do not need, so let's get inside. It's not nice outside. Here we have just a decorative stuff, some benches to sit. A entrance. I mean, I told you in the intro, but this whole thing was inspired by the Old Republic's Sith-Academy, and just the entrance area with this like pillar in the middle. I don't have giant statues of the Emperor, so the small statue here has to do. But the way you have to walk inside is the same. Also, no palace guards to bow to you, so it's just get inside into the main hall of this build. There's not much you can do around here, just sit down and, I don't know, meditate, do things. It's a dark temple, so don't do too pleasant things. It wouldn't really fit the theme of the whole build. I mean, it's inspired by the dark temple. It doesn't have to be your dark temple. It can be, it's just a temple, a base of operations, and from here on out you can go further into the whole ashland biome and explore. Words are difficult today, so yeah, let's get in here. The first room is my crafting, smithing area with a forge and the black forge and some upgrades, some finished products on the wall and on the table. I really like the new ashland weapons because, I mean, they glow It looks awesome. I mean, new is relative by now. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, and storage chests for your supplies. You know how forging works in this game. I don't need to explain everything. I don't always act as if everyone is an idiot that watches this. I know you're not. Next room, we have the next crafting area. This time with the workbench and the upgrades. And the artisan table and the stone maker. Yeah, whatever. Just different things. You need all these things to build the whole structure here, first of all, and the artisan table mainly for the ammunition for the ballistas outside, which do exist. They don't work perfectly, but they do exist mainly to shoot at everything that's flying around there. So it's more of an anti-air gun. But yeah, that's this room. It's not really much, it's just a functional room, upgrades, storage, and crafting stations. That's basically all. This here is the teleporter portal room, I guess, because again, outside there isn't really... you can come here with your boat, but that's about it. And since the ashlands are only getting more dangerous the further you go, I thought it would be nice to have this temple base here as a main base of operations in the ashlands, but then you can have smaller outposts at the coastline, at the shores, or further inland, and then you can build your portals there. Maybe if you want to go to one of these castles, you want to besiege it or something, or you just plan on visiting a place more often, then you can just put this here. Or, you know, connect it to your different base, other base, main base. Just, you know, the usual. Around here we have mainly some decorative stuff, but also some chests, because sometimes you will probably just come in here, want to drop something off without going the extra mile to go to the corresponding room or whatever and drop things off there. So I'll just do it in here. But that's only some hypothetical things. We are continuing on with the next room, and that would be the cafeteria, or I guess here it's a kitchen, more or less. More or less, it is a kitchen. We have the just cooking area here with oven, grill, cauldron, you know, the usual. You can do some upgrade stuff here, and if you can't do upgrade stuff, you can cook here, and that's the upgrade stuff. And again, all the supplies you need to cook. Here we have some nice food on display. If you're really, really hungry and can't be bothered to, you know, cook for yourself, just take something, have a bite, have a drink, enjoy it. And if you want to sit down, you know, with your friends, your colleagues, then you can do that here as well and have a good drink. I think it's getting night, huh? That's difficult to say in here because... yeah, no windows. Windows are something for non-Vikings, I guess. Not for the ashlands. Not for this type of building, because we are in a giant structure that's more or less a pyramid, just out of black marble. And before anybody wonders how the hell did you manage to build this high, with just stone, I did not really build this thing without console commands, I guess. I mean, I usually build things with like build cost turned off, just because it makes... I like building, and you know, I don't always like to collect all the things, so just turn off build cost, god mode, and just do everything like in creative mode, and that's nice. But at some point, you know, these things are heavy, and at some point they will just crumble in on themselves. So, even though up to this point I really didn't want to, I had to resort to some different solutions here, and that is to spawn in stones, like, or rocks, I guess. Yes, I mean, I usually hit them, but this is, I think, the only one you can still see up there. These things fly, and if you manage to touch it with one of your building blocks, it actually registers as being on the ground, like a foundation, so a blue block, you see? And this is I mean, I would say clever. I mean, you can trick the game into thinking that you haven't actually built that high, but I mean, you can see it from the outside. This thing is pretty huge and pretty heavy, of course. It wouldn't be as difficult to build this with wood, because you can just use iron, reinforced wood beams and things like that, because those, I mean, with those things you can build pretty high. And you do have the natural stones on the left and right side of the whole build, so that's also nice. But, you know, black marble is just heavy. You can't really do that much to increase the height with normal means. You could, but then again, yeah, you probably would have to build far smaller halls inside. And I really wanted to make this whole big thing because, again, Sith-Academy. Enough background, you know, we are here for the showcase, so I am going to show you things with the next hallway and these stairs. Up. Here we are in the upper floor. That's just some storage, and yeah, that's this. You can just watch what's going on down here and sit down. I didn't know what to do here, and I didn't really want to close it up, so, you know, just put in some storage. Because storage, as you should know by now, is like my friend. If I don't know what to do, I just throw in a chest or two. But here we have the sleeping quarters. Here are the big ones, I think. Whoops. Yes, these are the main sleeping quarters, with a cozy bed, a big bed, and some storage. And here you have your personal, more or less personal little oven, so you can actually sleep here. Your personal storage up there, and your big crate here. A place for your edgy looking ashland armor. Or, you know, you can also be a great Jurgen and still walk around with your old armor like I do, because this looks the best. No discussions. We can go further here, because, you know, it's a big place. You probably won't live alone here, but, you know, still you deserve your own little room, but your friends can also sleep here. They, however, have to sleep together in one room. We have 3 other beds with their personal storage chests, some more storage. And, you know, you share the fireplace with the other. Oh, look, here we also have a piece of stone that's sticking out. I didn't even realize. I guess it fits somehow. Oh well. You didn't see anything. It did not exist. Yeah, and I just put banners everywhere because, again, Sith Empire. But it also works like a... it's not a door. How do you call it? Whatever. Unimportant. And we are almost finished, I guess. We also have... Here we have... the study area. You know, the magic Gauler table with its upgrades and some extra stuff. Your mage's table, I suppose. Some other magic things, magic looking things, staffs, And on the other side here we have a cartographer's table, your little library, I guess. There aren't books, there are signs, but doesn't matter. So just decorative things and more decoration. You can go out here again, and this is again the main hall. It is a pretty big build with not actually that many rooms, I guess. I guess you could... What I'm trying to say is I really just wanted to build the huge academy structure, and after I've built the outside, I thought to myself, now what do I actually do with the inside, huh? And yeah, I just try to make some rooms, not too many, because again this whole thing is really heavy, and sometimes it's just easier to not have to build a room and just have some like structures behind the walls that just reinforce everything around it, so these small rooms that I actually have, that they don't crash. They don't break and don't, crush everyone inside. So that's actually the whole build. And that was my Star Wars inspired base in the Ashlands. I hope you liked it. I, once again, as always, had quite some fun building it. It was a bit of a challenge with the whole heavy structural thing, and I really wasn't used to spawning in things, so I sometimes spawned in the wrong things, or just at the wrong position, which then again, that's just a bit of work until everything is gone again. But I think the end product is quite nice. I like it, and I hope you do too. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, I will be doing some more Ashland stuff in the future. Because, this is just the main base of operation. I guess I could still create some outposts, maybe? Well, we will see what the future holds. Not this year, probably. That's not really saying much, but, I would now really like to know if you liked the video. And if you didn't like it, then please also give me some feedback and tell me what I can do better next time. And if you don't want to miss this next time, well, you know what to do. You can just subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.